Are you just plain tired of the sudden throbbing pain of a gout attack ruining your life? You know what I'm talking about, that sharp burning sensation in your big toe, knee, or ankle that strikes without warning. That's the calling card of high uric acid. When your body makes too much, or your kidneys just can't keep up, it forms these nasty little needle-like crystals in your joints, leading to absolute agony. It can feel like a hopeless cycle, making you second-guess every single meal. But what if you could actually fight back? And what if the secret weapon wasn't just at the pharmacy, but right in your own kitchen? Today, we're exploring the science-backed superfoods and simple lifestyle changes that can help you naturally lower your uric acid, slash the number of those dreaded flare-ups, and finally take back control. We're not just about avoiding the bad stuff. We're focused on adding in the good stuff. Let's jump in and get you on the path to relief. The gout-fighting power of cherries and berries. First up is probably the most famous gout-fighting food out there, cherries. For a long time, this was just a folk remedy, but science has finally caught up, and the results are pretty exciting. Cherries, especially the tart ones, are loaded with powerful antioxidant and anti-inflammatory compounds called anthocyanins. That's what gives them and other berries their gorgeous red, blue, and purple colors. So how do they work their magic? Research shows these anthocyanins can seriously dial down inflammation. Study after study has linked eating cherries to a lower risk of gout attacks. One big study found that people who ate cherries over a 2-day period had a 35% lower risk of a gout flare. Even better, when they combined cherries with allopurinol, a standard gout medication, the risk of an attack plummeted by an incredible 75%. Getting them into your diet is easy. A serving is about half a cup. You can grab them fresh, or go for unsweetened tart cherry juice or cherry extract year-round. Just make sure it's unsweetened. Added sugar can make gout worse. And don't stop with cherries. Other berries like strawberries and blueberries are also fantastic, packed with antioxidants and vitamin C. The surprising ally, low-fat dairy. Next, we have a food group that might surprise you, low-fat dairy. Things like skim milk, low-fat yogurt, and kefir can be your best friends in the fight against gout. For ages, all protein was viewed with suspicion, but we now know the proteins in low-fat dairy actually help your kidneys show uric acid the door. Studies have clearly shown that regularly consuming low-fat dairy is linked to lower uric acid in the blood and fewer gout attacks. The amino acids in these foods seem to give your kidneys a boost, helping them flush out more uric acid. Try to get 1 to 2 servings a day. A glass of skim milk, a cup of plain yogurt, or a kefir smoothie are all great options. But a quick heads up. Full-fat dairy doesn't seem to have the same perk and can contain saturated fats that might fuel inflammation. So stick to the low-fat or non-fat versions. Get your C on. The vitamin C connection. Let's talk about a vitamin we all know and love. Vitamin C, it's not just for colds. It's a proven uric acid reducer. You'll find it loaded in citrus fruits like oranges and grapefruit, plus bell peppers, strawberries, and kiwi. The science here is crystal clear. Vitamin C helps lower uric acid by supporting your kidneys so they can flush more of it out of your system. One massive, long-term study found that men with a higher vitamin C intake had a significantly lower risk of developing gout. Getting around 500 milligrams of vitamin C daily could be a key part of your strategy. It's simple and tasty to work more vitamin C into your day. Start with a glass of lemon water, snack on an orange, or toss colorful bell peppers into your salads. A quick, but important note. If you're on the gout medication colchicine, you might need to steer clear of grapefruit, as it can interfere with the drug. Finding this useful? If you're ready to take back control of your health, do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button. Your support helps us create more content like this to help you on your wellness journey. Now, let's get back to more superfoods. Plant power. The protein switch up. Figuring out protein when you have gout can be tricky. We know high purine meats are a big trigger, so where do you turn? The answer: plant-based proteins. Foods like lentils, beans, chickpeas, and tofu are fantastic choices. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Aren't beans and lentils high in purines? For years, that was a real concern. But we now know it's a myth. Research consistently shows that purine-rich veggies and legumes do not increase the risk of gout, and are perfectly safe. In fact, these foods are packed with fiber that helps reduce inflammation and support your overall health. They give you the protein you need, without the uric acid spike from red and organ meats. And don't forget about nuts and seeds like walnuts and almonds. They're another great source of anti-inflammatory fats and protein. Try meatless Mondays. Swap lentils for ground beef in your sauces, or toss chickpeas and tofu into your salads. These foods aren't just safe, they're a cornerstone of a smart, gout-friendly diet. Good news for coffee lovers. I've got some potentially great news for all the coffee lovers out there. Multiple studies have linked regular coffee drinking, both regular and decaf, to lower uric acid levels. This makes coffee another surprising tool in your gout-fighting kit. The exact reason isn't totally clear, but scientists think certain compounds in coffee might slow down the enzyme that creates uric acid in the first place. It also seems to work for both caffeinated and decaffeinated coffee, suggesting it's not the caffeine doing the heavy lifting. Of course, the real key is how you drink it. Loading up your cup with sugar and high-fat creamers will cancel out the benefits. Stick to black coffee or add just a splash of low-fat milk. Moderate consumption is the goal. The no-go zone. Foods to avoid. Knowing what to eat is half the battle. Knowing what to avoid is the other half. Some foods are just notorious for triggering gout attacks by flooding your body with purines. At the very top of the avoid list are organ meats like liver and kidneys. Red meats like beef and lamb should also be limited. Certain seafoods are major culprits too, especially shellfish like shrimp and lobster, and oily fish like anchovies and sardines. But it's not just about purines. Sugary drinks, especially those with high fructose corn syrup, are a massive trigger because fructose ramps up uric acid production. Cutting out sodas and sugary juices is one of the best things you can do. Finally, alcohol, especially beer and liquor, is a double whammy. Beer is high in purines, and all alcohol makes it harder for your kidneys to clear uric acid out. Putting it all together, your gout fighting lifestyle. Okay, we've talked about specific foods, but let's zoom out. Building a consistent lifestyle is where the real magic happens. The DASH diet, which stands for Dietary Approaches to Stop Hypertension, is a fantastic model. It's all about fruits, veggies, whole grains, and low-fat dairy, while limiting red meat and sweets. Studies show the DASH diet can effectively lower uric acid. Staying hydrated is also completely non-negotiable. Drinking plenty of water is one of the easiest and most effective ways to help your kidneys flush out excess uric acid. Aim for 8 to 12 glasses a day. Finally, maintaining a healthy weight is a game changer. Excess body fat increases uric acid production and puts more stress on your joints. Even losing a little weight can significantly lower your uric acid levels and how often you have attacks. Combining a gout-friendly diet with gentle, regular exercise is the ultimate long-term strategy. Living with gout doesn't have to be a life sentence of pain and frustration. The power to feel better is, quite literally, on your plate. By loading up on anti-inflammatory superfoods like cherries and berries, making low-fat dairy a daily habit, embracing vitamin C-rich foods, and swapping out risky meats for healthy plant proteins, you can take a proactive, natural approach. Don't forget to stay hydrated and steer clear of major triggers like sugary drinks and too much alcohol.